Junior of Junior and Ethel fame approaching Tommy outside the van, getting all up in his face. Tommy goes ballistic and he drops him to the ground and pummels him. Which I get. This kid's a hell of a fourth kid. You know,
Yeah.
whatever. He's right. He's a hell of a fighter.
Yeah.
Like he had all these moves.
Yeah. He was kicking his ass. He was doing MMA stuff. It was great.
Yeah. So they all have to get them out of there. So Demon and his lady are the next to be the body count. Jay, go.
So Demon, I guess, went for the floor enchilada, and it didn't end up too well. So now he's got to take an emergency shit. And first of all, when Reggie comes to visit him, like I know he's supposed to be like the cool brother, but he's living in like a dirty RV with like floor pizza, and he's like portrayed to be like the coolest guy ever, which I just thought was funny. But anyway, he goes to take a shit, and Nina comes over to the outhouse because they're in a trailer home, so it's an outhouse to go to the bathroom, and they're very very comfortable with shitting because she is like right up next to this outhouse, and she starts shaking it,
Right,
and
she's interested in being there with
yeah,
him.
yeah. So she immediately starts shaking this outhouse, and he's like, "You're gonna get it, bitch," which I thought was really funny. Um, and then they start singing this song back and forth, which I would have been like, "Can you let me shit first?" But I'm gonna play a clip of it because this goes on a long, long time. But
Ooh, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
so yeah, they just go back and forth like that for like a very long time, uh, and then they stop, and the outhouse starts shaking again, and now Damon's mad. At first he was thought it was all playful and we'll sing the Ooh Baby song, but now he's like he says you're gonna get a bitch, like actually angry, and then it's silent. Um, I also noticed the walls of the outhouse were covered in writing, and I was reading some of the writing on the inside of the outhouse, and one of the writings said "Do not write on the walls," which I thought was pretty funny. It gets quiet after the shaking, and Damon opens the door, and it's kind of blocked with Nina's body. Nina's there with her throat slit, presumably dead, but she's clearly breathing heavily in the shot they show. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Yes, her neck is moving up and down.
Her
You're
neck is
right.
moving more than a normal person would be breathing. I don't know if she was hyperventilating or what was going on, but like, so that's why I wrote presumably dead because she was moving so much. I'm like, did they actually mean for her to be dead or not?
You're putting her in the body count?
I added her to the body count because I think she was supposed to be dead. She had the slash mark, but I was like, you guys didn't want to like, I don't know, say hold your breath and shoot another 4 seconds of footage to, anyway,
Maybe she just ran a 5K. I don't
maybe. Well, maybe it was all that coke. You probably can't hold your breath when I've never done a lot of coke, but I'm guessing you can't hold your breath on coke. So Damon goes back into the outhouse to hide, and probably not the best place to hide. But anyway, a spike shoots through the wall, just misses him. Then it hits his leg. He's kind of like trying to crouch into the corner. Everything gets quiet for a bit, and then the spike comes through the back and goes through his stomach. And that's it for them. That is their scene.
All right. Next we have. All right. Right after that, I can think it shoots right to Pam. Goes back to the house. Right. Where the remaining three kids are worried because Tina and Eddie aren't back yet. The grandpa is missing, and the head of the camp is out looking for everyone. So Pam leaves again to find Tommy, who took off. I guess at the end of that scene, I guess after he beats up Junior, he pisses off, like he doesn't go back with them.
He ran into the woods, and
Oh,
that's when she grabbed Reggie and she said, "We got to go," because she got in the car to go try and find Tommy.
okay. I missed that, but he wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then they go back, and then she's got to go find Tommy. And then It was kind of a good scene if you're kind of a Friday the 13th nerd like I am. So she goes back and then she leaves Violet, Robin, Jake, and Reggie standing there, who are clearly, Reggie maybe not, but the next three are the next three to go,
Yeah.
right? So it kind of like focuses on them and it pans back. And it was very reminiscent of part one when Steve Christie is there, and then you got like Marcy, Brandon Jacobs, the Kevin Bacon character. He's like, I gotta go do something, and the three of them are standing there in the woods, looking kind of the same way. Like, okay, we'll kind of stay here and do our thing, but they're clearly the next to go. So I think it was definitely
Callback.
very reminiscent of that scene. I got a strong vibe of that. We have Ethel's death.
Yes.
Ethel and Junior. Hit it.
So we have Junior. Junior's really pissed off because Tommy really kicked his ass, and he's riding around on his motorcycle like a fucking idiot in circles around his house and on the porch and around the house,
freaking out.
And,
do you want to hear?
Yeah, just screaming like a complete asshole.
I clipped a soundbite of that actually. That goes on like 3 times as long as that clip, by the
way. Yeah, she's yelling. Ethel is yelling at Junior, "I'm making your dinner," and then it shows her just hocking a loogie into the pot of stew.
Yes. Why did she do that? Please don't do that.
And he's still riding around like an idiot, and she's still making stew.
Which is clearly a pot of water too, because when it splashes, it's just clear. There's no broth or anything. It's just the pot.
Well, no, there's like in it. There's like this like radicchio. There's like cute. Like it's the weirdest stew. Like if you actually stop and look at the stew, she's like a gourmet chef.
Well, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of
cucumbers
vegetables
in there. There's like leaf lettuce. I don't know. There's like, look at the stew. I paused. I was like, the fuck is in this stew?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of ingredients, but the base broth is just water.
Oh yeah, it's basically like 17 gallons of water and then shit on the top.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
And now spit.
Right.
And now spit. And I guess to play into the what do they call it, red herring, Junior asks his mom if she'll murder them and chop them up and kill them.
Yes.
So I guess we're supposed to believe that maybe Ethel is the killer. But that gets taken off the table pretty quickly. Ethel tells him to get off that fucking bike and eat my stew. And as Junior is still driving around in circles, screaming like a fucking idiot, a butcher knife comes out from nowhere and cuts his head right off. And what I had researched a little bit, apparently the MPAA saw this cut of the death, and they made them cut it down, and they told them that Junior's head could only bounce one time.
Oh, my God.
And that would make the cut.
I would love to have seen all of these movies like the way they were intended. I bet they're way better.
Gold.
This one especially, I think, would have been much better with the full kills.
Mm-hmm.
God, like, what else are you doing? This isn't like, I mean, this isn't on Golden Pond, man. Like, we're here for one reason.
Right.
Right.
It's like watching an Exorcist movie and taking out all the demon scenes. Like,
right. And we don't want people to be too scared here,
right.
So let's just take out the scary bits. No, I'm an adult. How about you make me? How about I decide?
Right. I could choose to not buy the ticket.
Right. I'm not going with my church group, even though I don't have one.
So Ethel hears the door open and close, and she's thinking that it's Junior. She's like, she says, "About time, you fuckwad," which is that was a good one. It made me chuckle.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, she's standing in front of her pot. The killer's hand punches through the window and buries a butcher knife in the Ethel's head, and her head falls into the stew, and she dies. And you see her hand clutching a tomato and just squeezing the shit out of this tomato and just this just going limp, and that's the end of Junior and Ethel.
And of course,
Which I mean, mercifully, because I hated Junior. I hated his character. I couldn't stand him throughout the movie. He was so campy and so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Who's the worst actor in this film?
Yeah. And that's saying a lot.
No, I'm asking who was. Who do you think?
No, it was clearly Junior. Yeah.
I could have. I don't know. Joey was equally as annoying to me. Stupid candy. Fuck those candy bars.
I Joey. Come on. Actually,
I would have killed him if I was Vic too.
For fuck's sake. I would say it's a combination. It's either Ethel or Junior. I mean, they were in a different movie.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to Joey. It's definitely Joey.
You mean Junior?
Junior, sorry.
Yeah, it's
I
Junior.
think he's the worst actor in the movie.
Yeah.
I think Ethel suffered from a few stupid lines, like when she's chopping the chicken and she's going, "Hey, yeah."
Yeah.
Into the chicken set. It was so cringily stupid.
Yeah.
But she created the lines. They just gave her. She was in what, Sharky's Machine? She was in a lot of movies, man. Like, she was an actress. She was like.
She created some shitty lines, but I mean, I think when she's telling Junior off, I think those were pretty funny most of the time.
Yeah. They should have cut out one or two of cut out the hi-yahs when she's chopping the chicken and make it a little less corny. It would have been funnier.
Right.
So we're all in agreement. Junior's the worst actor in the movie.
Yeah. So that was a satisfying kill, because now we know we're not going to see any more of him.
Yep. All right. So this brings us back to Pinehurst, with the last three troubled teens and Reggie. And this whole sequence was like a dark, spooky house, lightning flashing outside, thunder crashing.
Mm-hmm.
And the next 10, 15 minutes are kind of classic Friday the 13th. And I kind of wish more of the movie was like this, because this is why I'm there, right?
Yeah.
So it starts off, next up we get Jake and Robin on the couch. I think they're watching the movie A Raisin in the Sun.
Okay. I did not catch that.
A Place in the Sun?
A Raisin in the Sun.
A Raisin in the Sun?
Is there a movie? Wait a minute. Is it?
I don't know. I Googled it because I wanted to find out what it was, and it said A Place in the Sun from 1951.
So is A Raisin in the Sun a thing? That's a book.
Is it?
Is it? Did I make that up?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It sounds like you did.
It sounds like it's made up.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I thought it was all clever. I thought I read it in high school, but I didn't at all. A Raisin in the Sun isn't a thing. Oh my god. All right.
Are you...
Maybe it is A Place in the Sun, and I created this whole thing in my head.
A Raisin in the Sun is a Lorraine Hansberry book, so you are vindicated. A play.
Okay.
It's a play.
Yes, it's a play.
Okay.
Well, what is A Place in the Sun?
A movie.
Okay.
From 1951.
There's a 1961 movie called A Raisin in the Sun.
There is.
Yeah. What year is it?
1961.
So then we have Jake is there, Jake and Robin. Robin is the chick, for the redhead, who I actually also think was a Playboy playmate.
Hmm.
And she was in a Slumber Party Massacre 2, and Jake's just Jake. And they're sitting on the couch together, and the lightning's crashing. You know, it's a good scene. And he's just going to go for it. He's like, I want to make love to you. I don't know. He's like, I like you.
Yeah, he said that.
He says, I want to make love to you.
Yeah.
I want to make love to you.
He's really slick.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, he has a stutter, not much game, or riz.
No, but he poured her his heart out, and she just laughs at him and gets up and leaves the room.
Yes, I mean, that is the very last thing somebody with self-esteem issues that's led to a stutter wants, or anybody wants.
Yeah. Now that was, yeah.
Anyhow, he runs upstairs to have a bit of a cry. Fair enough. He's not the stable.
Fair enough.
And he gets a meat cleaver in his face. Off camera again.
Yeah. Well, at first he went into the punk chick's room and he says, I want to talk to you. And she said, I'm busy. And she was busy doing the robot by herself.
Right.
Which was one of my favorite parts. She's like, it's going to have to wait. I'm busy. And then she just starts doing the robot.
Yeah, I don't have time for this. I think this movie has way too many off-camera impact kills.
Yeah.
I guess we discussed it, but it's but it is worth noting the movie was butchered by the MPAA. We talked about this. I looked
Mhm.
into it a bit more. This movie went back to the MPAA for approvals 9 separate times, and the director was quoted as saying 10% of the kills ended up in the movie.
Wow.
Hmm.
Holy fucking director's cut.
And they have never released a director's cut of this?
I mean, not that I know of. It'd probably be the best movie of all time.
Right.
I
I
mean,
don't see why they don't. Do you know how much money they would make if they re-released the whole like first 6, 7 movies with all the extra scenes back in there?
I don't understand why they just didn't go the Terrifier route and say, fuck you, MPAA. We don't need to be rated. We're going to do whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
And here we go.
They would have made money. They would have made just as much money.
They should do like, like Sirius Satellite Radio does with Howard Stern. They're like, I don't want to listen to you. I want to do what I want to do. People can watch it or not, but this
Mhm.
is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we have Robin. She heads upstairs, not to check on the dude. She just emotionally annihilated, but to walk around her bedroom topless for about 45 minutes doing.
She did feel bad though. She kind of went into the mirror and she's like, "You're such an idiot," by Robin.
Oh, I guess she did. You know what? I kind of missed that. But then she got over it pretty quick. Took her top off and walked around for a while, readying herself for bed. But it was interesting about this scene that I read is she wasn't supposed to be naked. The director said, "You're just gonna have your top off for one scene, and lighting is gonna be very, very quick." And then she goes up in there. She's filming the scene, and the director's like, "Take your fucking top off." She's like, "Well, I don't know. I want to call my agent again with the agent." He's like, "It's 1 in the morning. Can't call your agent." So she's like, "Oh yeah, I guess I'll do it." And took her top off, and she walked around naked, or I guess without her top on, for about 15, 20 minutes. Which,
They used a lot of that footage in that scene.
um, so then she gets into the bed. She's lying there. She sees Jake with a slit through his face, and she gets the machete up through the bed, through her, which honestly kind of weak. I mean, this happens a lot in the Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah, I feel like that happens like once a movie.
Yeah, and this was the worst one. Like, they just kind of did it, but
Oh, yeah.
again, it was severely edited.
Mm-hmm.
All three of these kills here were terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, Robin, Jake, and Violet were
Yeah.
This
horrible.
is like the lead up to the finale, and it's just a bunch of just garbage kills.
They probably should have put their money there. So, next we have the last person standing before the final girl sequence. And honestly, as a horror movie enthusiast, I kind of have a soft spot for this role. And I don't really know why, but I always sort of have the last person to die before the sequence.
Mhm.
I like it. I'm usually looking for it. And if I was ever to be in a horror movie, I think that this is the spot that I would want.
The final kill.
The final kill before the final girl sequence,
Mhm.
but I would probably be the second to die because I make jokes and no one takes me seriously. Or I'm actually too old. I'd probably be the old weird guy at the counter that the kids throw soup at for a laugh. And maybe I'd have a line like, "You kids are gonna go to that camp, except the curse was there to go have sex, aren't you?"
Yeah, the comic relief guy never usually lasts very long.
Right, but he only has one line, and he's really insignificant. All right, so we're back to Violet. I actually have to say, I kind of like this scene.
This
mean-
final scene.
Yeah, the final scene of Violet's death. I mean,
Oh yeah.
she's kind of like, she's there, she's doing this like robot dance, which I thought was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
She's there doing this thing, and I guess it's kind of like a combination of a robot and something else. The actress herself made up the moves, made up the dance, and she actually modeled her style after someone named Susie Sue, which I assumed was the lead singer of Susie and the Banshees.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
I think she said it was Berlin.
Oh, okay. So maybe Susie Sue is from Berlin.
The hair is inspired by Terry Nunn from Berlin.
Okay. And she's doing her thing, and the song, it's a pretty cool song. It's called Her Eyes or His Eyes from Pseudo Echo, which is a Australian band. She picked the song, she picked the whole thing. I actually thought she was pretty cool. Like, it's her death scene wasn't great, but I kind of like this whole sequence. I thought it was kind of well done. I mean, she's there doing her dance, and the killer opens the door, walks in, and then there's a shot between the killer's legs, from the killer, of her. It was moody, the lightning's crashing. I thought it was well done.
I liked her.
He slowly approaches her. She's facing the wall, and the camera kind of pans to like a bloody machete as the lyric goes, "There is a man with no life in his eyes," which I thought is cool. She's grabbed by the neck, lifted up, and she's stabbed through her stomach, which looks very fake. And it's like a gray shirt and like a memory foam there.
It's
And I think I
literally
know
it's
what you're
literally a
gonna
knife
say.
going into a pillow.
What's that?
It's literally a knife going into a pillow.
Yes, it's like memory foam.
Yeah.
But her original death, and I think this is what you're going to say, Frank, right?
Yeah. Please take it away.
Yeah. So her original death was she was supposed to be doing aerobics, or was it calisthenics or something?
I don't know if it was anything different, but
I think I read two things. I read that it was the same thing, but what happened to her happened to her. But then the second thing that I read was she's doing aerobics and she's on her hands doing aerobics, and the killer comes in and takes a machete and like slices her down the middle, Terrifier style.
Yes, there's
The MPA was like, "Oh my God, no!" And there's a shot of her online where she's like, she's kind of lying there, and she's like, her crotch area is covered in blood, and she's like, "That time of the month for me again." The actress seemed pretty cool. She said that she was actually bummed the scene got cut because she found it kind of funny. She was.
I thought he was going to come up from underneath and like lift her up.
That's what I read that too. So I don't know which one it is because I read both. Because I heard that, but then the actress also said she's like, but maybe it was she did the because she's like, oh, I was supposed to do calisthenics or like aerobics, but I wasn't very athletic, so I'm glad that I didn't have to do that. But I originally heard that instead of she was lifted up and then it was like up her,
Yeah, shoved up her
and then
her vagina.
Yeah, so I don't know which of the two is true, but I heard both.
And yeah, I saw those pictures of her like it was like afterwards, and she had the blood all over her crotch, and
so we all stumbled upon the same. Exactly,
Yeah.
I had that too. Okay.
Total rock star, man. I mean, she went to the opening night on acid and partied her ass off. She was one of the ones coked up off of her mind the whole shoot.
Nice.
She was like,
For
"Yeah,
her.
I partied." R.I.P. Violet, right? All right, so now we enter the final act, which it kind of goes down. Maybe this is why I always like the person that dies last before the final act, because the final act in a lot of these movies kind of goes downhill quick. This one particularly, Reggie discovers the body stacked up in Tommy's room. Pam comes home, sees them as well. They run downstairs, and Jason busts through the door, leads them outside in the rain. He is wearing a red jumpsuit, and after everyone notices this, she's wearing a white blouse with no bra and a pink sweater over her shoulder that is missing in every other scene from this point forth in the movie.
No.
Not the only person that noticed that, right? I mean,
No,
everybody noticed the shirt, but every other scene, she's got a pink sweater around her shoulders, and it's gone, it's there, it's gone, it's there.
Yeah.
As soon as I see Jason, he's about to kill me, it's game on. Take the sweater off. I need to go. I need to be as efficient as possible. All right, so the next 10 minutes of the movie, they kind of run around in the rain a little bit, and the bodies kind of stack up, and it's kind of like the loose end. You got the house director. What was his name? Matthews.
Dr.
Oh yeah. She's getting chased. Like she like turns a corner and there'll be a body, and it'll be a character we saw for like a minute, an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, Dr. Letter.
There was there was like 2 or 3 of those where it was like, oh yeah, there was that guy.
The swarmy ambulance driver who said, "What's wrong, you bunch of pussies?" He falls out of the ambulance, and you're like, "Oh no, not him!"
Yeah,
it's been an hour.
Yeah.
Apparently, they did that take. They did that take so many times with the ambulance worker there, and the rain kept hitting his face, and that all the blood washed off.
Oh, really?
So all you see is the red slit on his throat, and all the blood that had been running down his face was just washed away. They never bothered to reapply it back on.
But I think that's probably why they just cut quick in and out of these kills.
Yeah.
I didn't really notice it, but I wasn't really paying attention that much to that because I didn't know who the fuck it was. And then the grandfather comes flying through the window with his eyes gouged. Liked him, but anyhow. But again, all this takes the back seat to Pam, who is wearing a white shirt and no bra, and running through the woods. I mean, the actress didn't realize that the shirt would be as revealing as it is, and the director sat there with a hose, splashing her down, asking her to writhe around in the mud, and going ballistic on it. And she's like, "Okay, sure." So she trips for about a 15th time, and the killer is there, and he's about to like stab her. She's about done, and then Reggie busts out with a tractor and knocks him down.
Which I audibly laughed because that was just so corny.
Yeah, like I mean, he's coming at you with a tractor, and like he's going about 7 miles an hour. The whole thing, it's like who's ever been hit by a tractor going 7 miles an hour from 100 yards away? No one.
He like nudged him with the tractor, and he goes flying.
The guy that played him, Tom Morga, said that was like legit. Like he got hit.
Oh yeah.
And as far as you see him fly, he like legitimately flew that far.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like that was like that was
corrected.
legit. He was a good stuntman right there.
Okay.
And I don't know if you guys read anywhere, but Dick Warlock was the stunt coordinator for this movie. And Dick Warlock played Michael Myers in Halloween 2.
Ah.
And he was the guy that picked Tom Morga to play Jason for this film. So I just thought that was kind of cool.
Interesting.
Halloween 2 is a far superior movie than this. Let's just, I don't want to spoil alert to the radio.
How dare you? How dare you make such an obvious observation?
All right, so then they all run into a barn. But the barn was very Friday the 13th Part 3, I thought, which was kind of cool. It's like, all right, it's a bit of nostalgia. Sure. They run around for a bit. Pam comes on strong with a chainsaw. They have a bit of a duel, which was okay. Tommy shows up. He's kind of lost his ability to fight entirely. I mean, I guess he's concerned. Like, I guess it's a lot because the last time he saw Jason, because now Jason's fully in the mask, so he's like, all right, Jason's here. So he kind of panics.
Yeah, he's getting like PTSD, so he's like,
what's that?
He's getting like PTSD seeing Jason, so he's kind of like bugging out.
Did you guys notice the mask, by the way?
Yeah, it's blue.
Yes, it has the blue chevrons on it.
Yeah.
To differentiate between fake Jason and whenever they had a dream sequence, he always had the red chevrons on the mask.
Oh, I thought that was just a continuity mistake. Okay.
No, that was done legitimately because the red chevrons on the mask was a real Jason. And whenever you saw the blue ones,
that, Jay, was because the continuity mistakes were 1,000 times more present than that.
Right.
Wow, they actually considered that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So they do this little dance for a bit, and then eventually Jason's pushed out of the barn and lands on the spikes. And this continuity thing is going to be put to bed here, I think, because Jason lands on the spikes, back and forth, whatnot, but when Jason lands on the spikes, his mask comes off, right? So they're concerned about the mask and the continuity there. I've seen this movie a few times, and I kind of like really doing the podcast, I kind of really studied it a bit. The mask is on his face. Jason is bald, got a bit of like a crinkly head. He's got like kind of a Mike Tyson ear. He's got this, that, and the other. And then when he falls down the spikes and his mask come off, it's Roy, spoiler alert, Roy. He's got a full fucking head of black hair.
I thought that was just me. Okay. He did grow his hair back.
I thought he was wearing a mask, like what you put on over your head before you put like a mask on.
But how would you demise that? Or did you?
Because because the mask came off,
right?
And then I thought you could see like the plastic the mask like curled
Oh, I thought that
on the
was.
sides of his
I thought
face.
that was bad special effects.
Yeah, I
So I
just thought
think he
that
had
was,
the whole bald mask thing on,
Ah, okay. I thought it was just bad special effects.
almost like a white wetsuit or something like that.
That makes
so
sense.
they did consider that. But what about the ear? Did the ear have a
Well,
thing?
that was it was a full head mask. Like it
Oh, he
was
put the
one of
whole.
like Tommy's like
Yeah.
So how
super.
did it break open if he fell on his back?
One spike went through the side of his, like grazed the side of his head and pulled it off.
Oh, for fuck's sake, that was my whole point. You guys are completely debunking my whole. That's what I was ending with. For God's sake. All right.
Well, that's all right because I have a way bigger continuity thing coming up. So
Yeah, I mean, we got, but you have to say, like, the camera was back.
yeah,
It couldn't have been a single person in the audience who wasn't like, who is that?
they also flashed it so quick. I had no idea. You know what? When they revealed who it was, I still didn't know who it was.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
when I
the
first saw
hospital?
this movie, yeah.
Actually, this. All right. So they show it, and everyone's like, "Yeah, okay." There's no big reveal because there's no real way to do it. You see his face or whatnot, but then it's actually hands down my favorite sequence in the movie. They go to the hospital where the whole thing is explained through visual aids in the cup. so, so the recap is everyone knows it, but Roy was the ambulance driver, and Joey, who's the chocolate bar kid, was killed by Vic, who's the angry axe guy. So he kills Joey, snaps. Yeah, he kills his son because Joey was his son, and he snaps and he kills everyone in a 10-mile radius of Pinehurst, except obviously the person who killed his son. I mean, put that aside for a bit. And then he has a bunch of like clippings from the newspaper. So I guess it's surmised that he realized, okay, I'm going to kill all these people because I'm angry that my son was killed. So I'm going to kill all these other people. And then I'm going to use Jason as a
Scapegoat.
yeah, okay, scapegoat, or people are going to think that's the case. But the best scene in the movie because they had to make some kind of a connection between Joey being the son and the dad being the father. So he pulls out Roy's wallet. And he has like a full-size portrait of himself in the wallet. He was being a picture of himself in the wall. It's like he went to Sears portrait studio. It was like, give me the whole package. No, it's with me. Like, give me an extra wallet size for me.
I never even thought of that.
Right.
Yeah, how strange would it be to have a picture of yourself in your wallet for yourself?
In your wallet. It's like a full-on portrait from like a studio of his own head. And then the next one is a picture of his son, he's estranged from, which was taken like last month. How did he get that picture? And the show, it's like wearing the same outfit he was killed in, I think. Like,
Yeah.
how do you have that picture?
It's like a picture from that morning.
The whole point is you're straight. Like, did you take him to the studio with you, and did you get pictures of yourself? I don't know.
I love the newspaper clipping that he pulls out, and there's a picture of Jason just staring into the camera. He looks like Bigfoot,
Yeah.
like a still photo of Bigfoot. It's just Jason looking into the camera. Well, how'd you get that photo?
And she's like, everyone just died. I don't need to know this or care. Can you just leave me alone for a few minutes? Like, do you think I need to know this guy's backstory?
Right.
And then I don't even know what to do with the next 5 minutes. Like, there's a dream sequence, but not a dream sequence. And then there's a dream sequence, but it's real. I don't know. You guys want to help me with the next few minutes?
No, I was lost.
Come on now.
Frank.
Pam goes to see Tommy in the hospital, and and he wakes up, and he ends up. It's a dream, and he stabs and kills her. But then he wakes up, but he really wakes up this time, and he goes into like a weird like trance, and he has like his patented blank stare where he just kind of zones out.
Mhm.
And he rips his IVs out, and he goes over to his dresser, and somehow he has Jason's mask
But isn't that a bit
conveniently in the
off-brand?
dresser. Yeah, he just picked it up and brought it with him into the
See
hospital.
that's the part I wanted to question because he passed out in the barn, and an ambulance brought him to the hospital, which means somebody else either brought the mask for him and put it in there as his stuff, or the mask was already in the hospital conveniently in the same room that Tommy was brought to. But either way,
Yeah, I believe it was Danny Steinman put it there.
it makes
But this
no
brings me
sense
back to
that
the beginning of the movie. When Jason was buried, because part 6, I forget the beginning, but it's kind of similar. Is he buried with his mask again? Somebody took the mask and buried him with his mask. That happens again. Like,
Yeah, and it was a marked grave, and you know they're not very smart around there, around Crystal Lake. But yeah, he gets the mask. I mean, that's great. And he kind of looks at it, and he hears Pam approaching, and she opens the door, and she thinks that Tommy jumped out. You know, he like smashed the window, and she thinks that he jumped out the window and he escaped. And she walks forward, and it turns out that Tommy's standing behind the door, and then he with a knife, and I guess he actually does kill Pam at this point.
well, it's a good thing somebody also packed the knife with the mask in the
Oh,
hospital.
absolutely! Thank God.
Yeah.
did he need the distraction of the busted window? I mean, couldn't he just go behind the door and then kill her? Like, she's like, "Oh, window's busted.
He
I'm
was
not paying attention to anything behind me now."
he was impatient. Was he going to wait 2 minutes for somebody to check on him?
Well, they had to distract us. They had to make us think that Tommy left for 5 seconds.
But Pam
Just
wasn't involved in the hospital. She was going to see him anyhow. She just walked in. It's not
right.
like busted
Yeah,
window.
it wasn't for Pam. It was for the audience.
Basically, the last 5 minutes were not good.
Wasn't for me.
No.
They really wanted Tommy to be Jason really badly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the thing is, Corey Feldman was like, yeah, he stepped away from it. I mean, I think it's. I don't like Corey again. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Corey Feldman, so I'm glad it didn't go in that direction. I think this movie suffered because this is kind of like the gateway between the first 4 and the next one, and they really didn't know what to do, honestly.
And they had to make it an annual series. They just could not wait. They're just like, we got to get a movie out there.
Yeah, and we have a porn director, and we've got 4 months, and just make it happen.
Yeah.
All right,
So
and it did.
it happened.
And that's all I got on this movie.
I'm going to say probably not a hot take. I liked 4 better than 5. I watched them back to back.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa, you liked 5 better than 4?
No. No, I said I
Oh,
liked.
you're serious.
No, I
buddy.
said I liked 4 better than 5.
No, but then Frank said, like, really? I thought Frank was like,
No, I was being sarcastic.
okay, I thought so, but
All right. So this obviously set a podcast record for kills, 22. I'm counting the 3 dream sequence kills, but we have 22, which
Yep.
blows away our previous record of 8.
Did you count Pam at the end?
good question.
Yeah, because I did because I only counted she died in the dream, but then she died for real. So yes, that counted.
All right.
I only counted her once.
I think she died for real.
Either
Did it
way,
show her die?
well, she died in the dream, and we were counting the 2 dreams in the beginning. So either way, I counted her at the end.
I don't know if I agree with that, but okay, I'm gonna let it go.
With all of them, or just Pam at the end?
Pam at the end.
But she died in the dream.
That.
She got stabbed in the dream. She died in the dream. So if we're counting the dream death, we're counting the 2 in the beginning also.
Yeah, right.
I guess so.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's either 19 or 22, depending on whether you want to count dream deaths.
We'll give it 22.
Let's
I
give
say
it
22.
I bend.
Either way, it blows away 8 from Microwave Massacre and Grizzly, both had 8. All right, so ratings. What are you guys giving this out of 5?
Christ.
How many ooh babies out of 5?
Let's see. I'll go first. I'll let Peter go last, I think, since it
Yeah,
was Peter's pick. So
some reason.
I'm gonna give this one a 1.75. Ooh babies.
Wow.
This was it's not good, and the editing really killed it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the thing that I really like about Friday the 13th movies, at least 1 through 7, with the exception of this one, is that the characters in all of those movies are are kids that I want to root for.
Mm-hmm.
And in this movie, I did not care if they died.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like the characters. I mean, I like Reggie the Reckless, and I like Reggie the Reckless, and I liked his grandfather.
I
Um,
liked Robot Punk Chick.
she was okay. I really didn't care. I mean, um, but they weren't good characters. They just
No.
kind of sucked.
Yeah.
There was nobody really to root for. I didn't even. I mean, Tommy was okay, but he wasn't as good as Corey Feldman in Part 4. So that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, just I watch this one every couple of years, hoping that it gets a little better, and
It doesn't.
it doesn't. Sometimes, it kind of goes maybe a tenth of a point up or a tenth of a point down, but yeah, 175.
Okay.
I thought you would have rated it higher because you've watched it a number of times, but it's just like a comfort thing, or because it is Friday 13th, you like the franchise, or not comfort, but like you like.
Just because I like the franchise. I mean, I would watch 1 through 4, 6, 7. Jason Goes to Hell
Yeah,
over this one all day.
but then a lot of years go by and you've seen all the other ones a lot. You're like, okay, I'll throw this one in. 'Cause you haven't
Right.
seen it. Yeah, I get
Right.
it.
I haven't seen it in a couple of years. I'll be like, okay. And now I won't have to watch it again for a while.
Well, not that I like this movie, but this is also a podcast first. Frank does not have the highest score for a movie for the first time. I'm gonna give it a 2.25
Woo.
because there was just a few scenes that made me laugh. I don't know if I was supposed to laugh, but they made me laugh. It was. I didn't hate it, but yeah, 2.25.
We keep it to the quarters, right? It's like 2, 2, 5,
Yeah. I basically gave it 0.1 for every
2.3,
kill.
4.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to give this a 2.5.
Okay.
Giving it the highest rating, which I don't think I've done yet at all, but maybe I have.
No, it's been all Frank for the highest scores so far.
Not anymore.
The reason I'm doing it is because the movie's out there. It's entertaining. It's not good, but there's some entertaining stuff. And then there's a couple of sequences that I feel are just shot well.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a really good movie there somewhere, like
Mm-hmm.
on Violet's death, where the lightning crashes and the machete's coming, and like there's the director had a vision of how to make a horror movie, but then just got tangled in a bunch of other bullshit. But there's some decent scenes, and there's a ton of kills. I wish the kills were better. If this was the way he intended it, it'd be a 5, solid 5. But
Mm-hmm.
as it is, and as a result of the MPAA, 2.5.
All right. So that wraps up our movie. You can stay tuned for the interview. Before we do that, it's my turn to pick a movie. And I feel like since you guys have not picked a movie more recent than 1985, that I have to pick a newer movie.
I think I know what you're gonna pick.
Yeah, you want to guess?
I'm gonna write it down, and then
Okay.
if I'm gonna lift it up.
Okay. Because you might be able to guess this one because we have discussed.
Probably not.
This
Like I
movie
think
before.
we have a text outside of this. We don't never tell each other what it is, but based on a few things you've said, I think I know what it could be. And if it's not it, I'm going to put it down because I might pick it.
Okay. All right. I am going to pick A Quiet Place Day 1 for the next movie.
Oh. Oh, that's great.
I just feel like there's a lot of material for this movie.
I agree.
Uh, Not necessarily picking it because it's the best movie. I just think there's a lot of material that we can get out of it. So I think it'll make for a good podcast. And
I look
so,
forward to it.
yeah. So stay tuned. In 2 weeks, we will be talking about that movie. So again, 3basketcases on all social media, 3basketcasespodcast@gmail.com, and enjoy the interview.